August 2021. Been at this another year, right, since the restart, over a year now, and we head into our second college football season since the restart starts on Thursday. Pretty exciting stuff, and I've been going through all the games. I've started doing the videos and stuff for this weekend's college football. So I've really gone under the hood on a lot of these games. That game I started talking about yesterday, the line just started shooting right after I started talking about it. I know I didn't move the line. I know that the line moved itself, but man, it moved up like a full point, right? Right after I was talking about it. But anyways, got Brian and Rod with me as usual. Brian, yesterday did you have a winning day? I think you've been a little bit of a heater here. Is that what's going on?
3-0 yesterday.
3-0, nice.
But I got a little help because the Seattle Mariners hung on, and I had the 1.5.
Hey, you need the luck. You need the luck. It's better than being on the other side. We'll zoom in on you a little bit. Get that Jerome Brown jersey in the picture. I appreciate. Just shows Brian's true Kane colors there. Rod, how about you? I was on the wrong side.
1-2.
I was 1-2 also.
I'm the 1-2.
Yeah, I've had 1-2 days in a row. I was on a pretty nice heater, and my monthly numbers are still good. But 1-2, if the two losses are dogs like I had, it's not going to do that much damage to the bankroll. Losing days are going to happen. If you're going to have a losing day, 1-2 with both of them being dogs, that's kind of the best case scenario of it. Better case scenario is 3-0, or the one win that you get is plus 395, right? I mean, those are the better case scenarios. But the thing is that losing days are going to happen. It's like you got to limit the damage on the losing days, maximize on the win. So that's why I hate the +1.5 bets and that other stuff. And it's way better than losing. But it's for me, it's you got to capitalize on your wins, but in Brian's case, it actually saved his ass, right? So
yeah, and I was only laying -110, so
yeah, no, I understand.
The Brewers had me worried because the Giants scored a run late, but they could have scored more that inning. So I was a little worried about it, but
the Giants have, in that particular spot, have not been good this season. The return home game has not been their friend all season long. And also game one of a series has not been, if they drop a game in a series, it's usually game one. In Milwaukee, they lost game one of that series in Milwaukee as well. So, it wasn't that big of a surprise. I'm ahead. I've done videos on, basically, I'm halfway through Saturday. So I'm really excited about that. Mentioned, the game yesterday that I was looking at, right out of the gate was that Rutgers-Temple game. Now we've gone through a key number here of 14, so definitely something we need to look at. It's like, how much do I love this game, or do I bet it here again and buy that half a point while I can? It's kind of because it's going 17 now, right? Now it's gone through. Yeah. It's going.
See, I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, I know it.
Saturday it hit 17.
The game's Thursday. Well, the game's Thursday, so by Saturday, if it's 17, we get to bet it after it's over, which is
nice.
I'm 100% in games I get to bet.
I think 14.5 might be the max for it, but maybe I'm dead or wrong.
Well, I saw 15s out there already, so
I'm not on either side, but
there are 15s out there on that game, so. I'm going to guess that that's not the max. Westgate's got a 15 on it, and they're generally the thing. Special thanks, by the way, to Big Al for, I'm stranded here on the island, and Big Al put my entries in for me out in Vegas. I appreciate that a ton. So I'm in the Circa and the Westgate contest this year. Big Al put me in.
How are you ending your picks each week? Do you have to send them to...
Big Al set me up. He got me. I'm going to use his proxy. Normally, I use Maddie, who's been my proxy.
I wish I would have got myself.
I've used Maddie for years as my proxy, and but Al uses someone else, so I just used his guy. Maddie's great. For those people, there's good proxies out there. Kelly is. She has a proxy service too. I've never used her, but I'm sure she's great. But, most of the proxies out there are fantastic. There's proxy services, so, you get someone to do it. But the problem this year, the problem is you have to be out there to enter, or you have to find someone that's out there to enter. So, someone that you trust, right? Because it's like, if you win, it's like, it's in their name. There's a problem. So I'm excited. I love the contest. I've never done particularly well. You have to have your picks in fairly early in the contest. And the problem is that you have to have your picks in before you can see who the most bets are on. Because I really think the Westgate contest, if you pick against the top 5 teams that have the most picks on them, I mean, you probably go 90%. It's like, the Cirque contest I've never done before. This is my first year in the Circa, so I'm excited about that one too.
I think Cowboys-Buccaneers kind of looks good early, but we'll see how that marinates over the next week or so.
We'll get to that when we get to it. We don't know who's playing quarterback in that game for the Cowboys.
Oh, I'm sure I think Prescott will play.
Well, can he throw a ball more than 10 feet?
Yeah.
I think you're going to see a great year fantasy-wise for Prescott, and I think the offense is going to be dynamic.
It's going to be hideous. It's going to be hideous.
I'm really leaning Dallas early. I think you're getting a great line on the game, but we'll see what happens in the next week or so. I think everybody's off the Dallas bandwagon.
It's a game that, believe me, I'm going to try and avoid it if I can. I'm going to try to avoid putting a pick in if I can.
I can see a backdoor. I think it's at 7.5 currently.
I mean,
I can see a backdoor.
If my premium subscribers will forgive me and just let them give out a regular pick on it, I'll probably pass on that game. It's not a game I would play.
The Buccaneers bandwagon guys.
I understand.
That's a watch and see. Too many question marks there.
Yeah, it's like it's the first week of the season. It's like,
I'm not going to.
Believe me, there's a million other games. I'm not going to. That's not one. That's not the game in week 1 that jumps off the page at me.
I think the Cowboys look so bad in the preseason that I think you're going to see a lot of action on Tampa Bay, and it gives you a better number on Dallas. So that's just my first impression. We'll see.
60% of the bets, 52% of the money on Tampa Bay early. So
Dallas is usually heavily
it's
bet.
the other way. It's the other way actually here, where it's Dallas is where the pressure is. But anyways, we got Pittsburgh, Buffalo, Jets, Carolina is going to be interesting. Sam Darnold against his own team, right? His old team. We got Trevor Lawrence, in Jacksonville traveling to Houston, who pretty low expectations. Kyler Murray in Arizona against Tennessee, 2 teams thinking playoffs for sure. Chargers against Washington, Philadelphia, Atlanta. That's just a crappy game. And then you've got Seattle, Indy, Carson Wentz. Supposedly gonna make it, and Minnesota, Cincinnati, San Francisco,
Bills and Steelers.
Detroit.
Big game.
Yep.
Week 1.
Cleveland, Kansas City, Miami, New England. To start it in New England. Last year they played early in New England. New England won that game, and then they played in Miami, and Miami won. That's pretty traditional. Dolphins generally beat New England in Miami, and New England generally wins in New England. Denver Giants, Green Bay, New Orleans, Chicago, and the Rams. Just one Monday Night Football game this year. I'll tell you what, I think that Miami's got a crack at Alabama. I'm telling you, I know I'm a homer, but I think they got a shot here. I do. This is one of those games where it's like either they're going to win it outright or they're going to lose by 50, and I think they got a shot here. I think they got a legitimate shot against this Alabama team. I know Mechie's going to get us. I know it. I know he's going to roast us deep. It's just a matter of how we react to it, right? It's like, do we punch back when this happens? Will it be irrelevant at the time that it happens? Or are we holding on for dear life when that happens? But it's going to happen, right? I mean, he's going to get one on us. We know that, right? I mean, it's a given. Great players make the big plays, and that guy's going to make one on us. I know it. I'm a Kane fan. I know it. I've seen it before. It's like these are the type of guys that get us for one. It's just a matter of how we react to it.
It's a ton of points in that game.
Well, the thing is that on paper, Miami stacks up pretty well against them. You know, Nick Saban is a better coach, but on paper, talent-wise, Miami stacks right up with them. They have the better quarterback. They have the more experienced offensive players, the more experienced receivers. Miami has sprinters too. I mean, you know, they have Mechie who's going to roast us, but we got, you know, look at the NFL rosters at the skill positions. There's plenty of Miami players there, and we haven't been, you know, good in a very long time. Miami is always the fastest team in the country. You know, they're always the fastest. They might not be the best, but they're always the fastest team.
I think they could be winning at halftime. I just think Alabama would assert themselves in the second half and pull away. I think it's enough for a cover, though. We'll see.
I don't see it that way. I'm telling you, it's either Miami's going to win the game outright, or they're going to lose by 40. It can't go any other way than that.
Yeah, it can.
I don't see it.
Well, I think it's competitive, so we'll see.
Believe me, I've seen Miami games for years. We've only played them twice. Whipped their ass and they whipped our ass. So it's, you know, it's both. It's 1-1, and both of them were Sugar Bowl games. You know, both times we played them in the Sugar. We beat them for one of our national championships. They beat us for a national championship. 1-1. We don't like them. They don't like us. Well, we don't like them for good reason. You know, they don't like us because we're good. We were good. You know, so that's why they didn't like us. But we don't like them for good reason, because of the streak, the home winning streak. You know, Miami broke Alabama's record for the longest home winning streak, but Miami played all of their home games at the Orange Bowl. Alabama, whenever they had a tough opponent, they played them at Legion Field in Birmingham, and those games did not count against the streak. So how is that a home winning streak? It's like, oh, we got Penn State this week. Oh, we'll play this one at Legion Field in Birmingham. Does not count against the streak. Auburn, right? Legion Field in Birmingham, does not count against the streak. And they rode the streak. That's why one was 11 years and one was like 20. Because every time they had a tough game, they played it in, you know, at that game. And it was called, you know, well, that doesn't count against the streak. Doesn't matter. We got the streak on them. We got it. We took it anyway. You know, it's like it didn't matter. You know, our streak had everybody in it. You know, Notre Dame 4 times, Florida State 5 times, Florida. You know, big guns. Anyways, Major League Baseball today. Oh, man. I'm so done with baseball. Not done, but I'm kind of like, I'm ready. I think on the weekends what I'm going to do, what I'm planning on doing is, what I plan on doing for the weekends on the videos is probably on Saturdays and Sundays just doing one video for all the baseball games. Saturdays and Sundays. Because normally I don't get a ton of views on those. So instead of doing the individual videos on Saturday and Sunday, it's just going to be one video with all of it, and I'm probably not going to do a lot of graphics either. It's just going to be a lot of spewing. So, anyways, back to the diamond. When you put baseball next to football, it's kind of just like, it's easy to get carried away talking about football, right?
Right.
It's like with baseball, you're kind of just like, yeah, man, you know? It's like, these teams are so out of it, you know? It's like,
the playoffs start soon.
you know, they're just, yeah.
I'm ready for the playoffs.
Got a whole nother month.
Cardinals, Reds.
Right.
Yeah, but you know what? Baseball's got it so wrong. If they had it right, if baseball had it right, the season would have ended today, and they would have started the playoffs this weekend. They would play them during the week when the football's not on, right? And then they would have it, because when you carry it into October, I don't care anymore. The NBA is started by the time the World Series is going.
Yep.
I'd way rather watch the Hornets versus Hawks than World Series Game 1. Any day of the week, man. Any day of the week. Rod's with me on that one.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'll put words.
Unless the Blue Jays are in there.
I'll put words
Unless
right
the
in
Blue
his
Jays are
mouth.
in there,
I'll put the
but other than
words.
that, it's like, yeah.
I'll put the words right in his mouth. He's with me.
Definitely. I'll let you put the words right.
Don't even try and put words in his mouth, Brian. I'm in charge.
I'm sure I can find. I think in October there'll be a Kraken game going too, so
Yeah,
you can check out Kraken.
exactly, man. We'll be pulling out all our Kraken jokes by then. Got
Right?
got a whole boatload of Kraken material. We got.
Oh, so we're already started working on it. We
Yeah,
got a notebook that says Kraken jokes.
Haven't even seen my Kraken bit yet. You know, it's like people think this stuff's bad. You haven't seen my Kraken stuff. It's like you think we beat Eskimos into the ground. Wait till you hear this stuff.
Yeah. The Kraken are playing.
What's Kraken?
Sinking the ship with the Kraken.
Reds versus Cardinals. Washington versus Philadelphia. Got the Blue Jays and the Orioles and the Mets and the Marlins. Brian, that Phillies Nationals game left a mark on me last night. I had the Nationals in that thing. And it's like, oh,
Left a mark on me too.
I really didn't like that game. It was like the Nationals got close and then they gave up the big home run and then they just couldn't get it. And they had so many times that they threatened. At least we had we had nothing. Zach Wheeler was certainly not impressive at all. You know,
No,
it
was awful.
It's awful. Anyways, what do you think of these
Not
four?
awful.
What do you
The
think?
wheels are falling off that guy. The wheels are rolling.
The wheels
down
are off
thing.
the cart.
They're gone.
Rod's
yeah.
off the bandwagon. Brian, who do you like in these four?
In that grouping, first thought I was thinking about Cardinals maybe again today, but I'm thinking that Sonny Gray keeps on pitching well. I think he's had two straight pretty dominant performances. I think the Reds are in a pretty must-win spot. They need to rack up the W's here. So I'm going to lay the juice is a little high, but I think minus 150 to minus 160 is okay for this game. So I'm going to lay $100 on the Reds, lay that 160.
I'm with you. Give me the Reds. Sonny Gray's 5-1 his last 6 starts. He's also given up 0 runs his last 2 starts, over 13 innings of work. So Sonny Gray's been lights out. So give me the Reds. Bounce back. That was their first game at home, like the Giants yesterday. So first game off of a road trip. I think they bounce back in this one and get a win over the Cardinals. So I'm with you on that one. And I like the under in the Blue Jays Orioles. I mean, it looks surprisingly, Keegan Aiken hasn't pitched too bad his last 3 starts. And he actually got his first win. So like I said, he got his first win last start out. And Ryu's on the mound. I like the under 9.5. The Jays 9-1 to the under their last 10. Orioles 5-4 to the end of their last 9. So give me the under.
You got your guys had your guys' names backwards on that one. I don't know, for some reason it got messed up. I tried to go to the close-up camera shots, but anyways, I like the over in this Phillies Nationals game. Corbin and Matt Moore. It just seems totally obvious, but especially we saw a ton of runs last night. But
Yep.
I always like a game where you have 2 pitchers where potentially either of them is capable of going over by themselves. And I think this is one of those. God, I love watching Patrick Corbin pitch. I'm sure fantasy players love watching Patrick Corbin. He's probably like one of those guys that's like they have the whiteboard on the wall. It's like Corbin. It's like the date next to him that he's possibly going to start next. Brian's a fantasy guy. Is this where you play your Philly stack?
Oh, I'm excited about my fantasy team. So,
What's the name of your fantasy team?
The Fantasy Kings, since I'm the king of
FK.
fantasy football in my league.
All you're missing is UC. Had a lot of good fantasy teams over the years. I haven't played in a very long time. Really enjoy it.
One team.
I'd way rather be in the Super Contest or at the Circa, where it's like
Oh,
if
yeah,
you win,
for sure.
you win a few $1,000,000. You know, it's like it's a little tougher haul, but if you win, you know, it's like you get the big check. You get something that's kind of like on your resume that no one could ever take away from you. It's like when I won the Capra competition, you know, March Madness twice. You can't take that away from me.
Yeah, it's true. You could be like, I want, 2021 circuit champion.
Damn right. You know,
But you're not a 16-time world champion, but you're getting there.
I'm 2-time capper champion. When one of the online books held a capper championship for March Madness, I won it twice in a
Well,
row.
the NBA, you won it last year.
Well, that's the standings I've won. But there was a capper competition of like all the cappers like around the internet, like 100 people were in it or something. I whipped their ass. It wasn't even close.
Two-time world champion.
Yeah, 2-time. I don't know if it was world champion. I was the champion of all the cappers at the time, and it's a lot of the same guys that you see out there now. So a lot of the same guys.
All right, I'm coming for you in college football.
I could tell you it was second. Second place was Tony George.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, one of the years Tony George actually got second. The other year I don't even remember who it was. Anyways, I like that over. I like the Marlins. I don't care who TBD is. I think Trevor Williams is one of these guys. ERA it can only go one way here.
Right.
And the Mets have lost it, but that's too much plus money to turn down.
You had your turn, weren't you up, Brian?
Yeah, but I thought you were talking about the Marlins-Mets suspended game that was in the first inning or something like that. You can still bet on that one.
Why chiming in?
Stroman goes in the first game.
So chiming in. You don't like that minus 305 odds there for the Blue Jays?
No, I think the Blue Jays win, but I think you have to lay 2.5 to bet the game, and I don't think Ryu is a pitcher that I want to be confident laying 2.5. So
go to the next set of games. We got the Rays and the Red Sox. It was all Rays last night. Got the Tigers and the A's. Got the Rangers and the Rockies, and the White Sox and the Tigers. Rod, what are you thinking?
Well, for me in those ones, I like Oakland here over Detroit. I know Scooble's been pitching well lately, but number seems a little light to be laying with even money with Scooble. I'll take Oakland. They're 4-0 against Detroit, 9-1 in the last 10. And just owned Detroit this year. So I'm going to take Oakland over Detroit in that one. And the Rays, they keep owning Boston. So I still see TBD, and it looks like Sale, I think, is what I've seen possibly start for Boston. I don't care. Give me the Rays. They beat up on Boston again. The two I like there.
Brian?
Yeah, for me, I'd like to dig into the Red Sox Rays later today. Yesterday, totally wrong about Boston. Tampa Bay is clearly the better team. Not even close. I'm going to take the Texas Rangers. Jordan Lyles on the mound, one of my favorite pitchers. Gomber has had a few rough starts in a row. Rockies, brutal on the road, 17-49. So I think the Rangers get another home win here. It's probably my free pick of the day, Texas Rangers.
I love the over in the White Sox-Pirates game. I just love it. I think that even Giolito has a good shot at getting hit here, and I do believe that they'll get to Bryce Wilson too. So I think this one could be this one could be a football score. Anyways, Brian, what are you selling today? Got a football package for sale for the upcoming season?
Yeah, now's the time to get on the college football season pass. You can get every pick I put out in college football for one low price. I believe it's $499.95. Or the complete football package is up there also for $700. That's all NFL, all college football, one low price. But if you just want today's picks off a 3-0 day, I got my Pound Zone 3-pack, my 3 best Major League Baseball plays. I believe at least 2 of them are dogs. So get on board today at pickdogs.com, premium picks.
So Cam Newton has been cut by the Patriots. Any chance he lands in Dallas?
I think he'd be a legitimate backup quarterback.
The Cowboys got rid of, so they cut Gail Gilbert. Cooper Rush will be the backup there, and that would put DiNucci, once again, Danny Bonaducci, as the third-string quarterback in Dallas. But I think Cam Newton is a logical fit and is a lot like Dak. It's like very little drop-off there. Very little. He's going to be expensive backup, but I mean, what the hell? You got a linebacker making $16 million a year. The backup linebacker. So what the hell's the difference at this point? I think there's got to be a list. There's got to be there's got to be a spot for him, for Cam, and there's definitely a spot in the league for him. So I don't understand the economics of football anymore. So I don't know why you cut Cam Newton. I don't understand it, but I guess you do. Is the way that it works.
I think Belichick knows what he's doing.
Well, I would say he does too, but I think at the same time, it's like if something happens to Mac Jones, you got Stidham, who is a stiff, right? He is an outright stiff.
Well, it could have went on that Cam Newton said he wants to be cut if he's not the starter. And, maybe there's something behind the scenes we don't know about.
No, exactly. There's probably something more there, but so is he going to be willing to go somewhere where he's going to be a backup? Because he's going to be a backup anywhere he goes, right?
Yep, he better. If he wants to play in the league, he better be.
Well, I know where I think he should go, and I know where he will probably go. Okay.
Who's Tampa Bay's backup?
Well, that's not where he will probably go. Okay, so here are the two logical fits for Cam Newton. Okay, number one, Dallas. Okay, is the big one, right? Because Cam Newton, Dallas Cow. It's just almost seems like it just goes like this, right? But where he probably ends up is the team that really knows what they're doing, right? Which is the Baltimore Ravens. Who, I mean, he's another perfect fit right there, man, for the Ravens. It's like he's perfecto.
Yeah, but they kind of got two backups.
I'd rather have Cam Newton than both of them.
Huntley performed well in the preseason.
He's better than Cam Newton?
I'm not saying they're better, but they perform well. So you're making – I'm sure those guys aren't making the amount of money that Cam Newton would make. I don't know why you'd spend the money when – I don't know. It's all about cap.
How about the Texans? If Deshaun Watson gets traded. You got Tyrod Taylor, Cam Newton.
Yeah, Cam Newton could start for the Texans.
Right. How about Jacksonville Jaguars with Trevor Lawrence?
No way. Lawrence is going to have – that's one of my fantasy guys. He's going to do well this year.
Okay.
Why would you bring Cam Newton into Jacksonville? You got a rookie quarterback that's going to – you don't need him.
Because you have an offensive line that your quarterback's probably not going to make it to week 3. That's why. Mm-hmm. So you got to have a big, sturdy quarterback like a Cam Newton. And, it's like Joe Burrow last year. I mean, it was just, those hits that Burrow took.
Oh, man.
Those were just, the highlight film, of hits, guys like career highlight film hits, on Joe Burrow. It's like you ever see a quarterback just get knocked in the air like that, like on a regular basis, just like, with all the protection that quarterbacks get these days. The hits that Burrow took, against Philly, right? The ones that he took against Philly were some of the worst ones of the season. It was like, oh my God. And I could see Trevor Lawrence taking those, big time. Because Urban Meyer's not a protect your quarterback coach. It's not his style. Look at his quarterbacks traditionally. They're generally guys that lower the shoulder. Tim Tebow.
Well, Lawrence is
Braxton Miller.
He can get around.
Braxton Miller, Tim Tebow. You had Cam Newton was one of his recruits, right? At Florida. He had, he's had a bunch of them. Cam Newton's he's an Urban Meyer guy. Kid yourself. Urban Meyer was not happy. Oh, they cut Danucci. So, anyways, Urban Meyer was not happy to throw Cam Newton out of Florida. He was not happy to do that. These are tough calls. It's like when the two toughest ones I've ever seen, I think. Cam Newton getting thrown out of Florida. and Randy Moss thrown out of Florida State. Those were the two, like, where the coach was basically in tears at the press conference. The Randy Moss was my favorite. Such a good kid. He's playful. Got into a little bit of trouble. Stole someone's stereo and beat them up. Yeah, it's okay. Good guy. And it's back to the games here. So you got a football package, Brian? College, NFL?
Yep. I mentioned the college football is on sale.
NFL.
Sure.
You got an NFL package?
NFL. You can't get NFL separately, but it's better to get them both together.
Well, with mine, you can get NFL or college separately, or you can get the combo package.
Combo's always the way to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or just subscribe to the VIP show.
Mine's $500 for each NFL, college, or $750 for both. That's what mine is. How about you, Rod?
And I got $500 for the NFL season, $500 for the college football season, or $650 right now for the combo package.
Undercutting me by $100.
Yeah, you got by $50 there.
I'll have to go into the system and
I'll
change
have to go
pricing.
back in and change it. Put it 1 cent. I'm going to go 1 cent less than Rod.
I will make it $7.51. It's pretty solid. I'll tell you what, if you buy Brian or Rod's season pass, I'll throw in my whole season, college and NFL, for $500. If you buy one of theirs, I'll throw mine in addition for $500 for my college and NFL with either of these two guys. If you buy their full season, the $650, or how much is yours? You don't have a combo, Brian?
Yeah, my combo is $700 even.
All right, so if you buy Brian's $700 combo, you could get me and Brian for $1,200, and for Rod, yours is how much? $650.
$650.
You can get me and Rod for $1,150 for the full season. There.
Every gridiron play we job.
And make sure you're checking out the VIP.
Everyone. Show. Every single one. I just thought of that. I just pulled that out. I don't know how long I'm going to run it for, but probably till today.
And once the NFL starts, the 30-day passes are a really good value.
Well, this is not a great idea for me. It's like we did the VIP, which is ridiculously cheap. We did the premium, which is ridiculously cheap, and now I'm giving away this. We did Christmas in July. People are still renewing their monthlies at half price on that. All right, get back to baseball here. John Gann against Zach Davies. Minnesota, Chicago. We've got Cleveland, Kansas City. No line in this one. Arizona, San Diego. Zach Gallen and Blake Snell. Two guys having the worst year of their career. And not Berea up against the Yankees. It was a hell of a game last night. Rod, who do you like in these?
In these ones, I like the over in the Cubs and Twins game. Zach Davies, 5-0 his last 5 starts. Under scoring 2 runs or less in the previous game. For the over, I think we get a whole pile of runs in that one. And the other one I like the San Diego Padres here. They need wins, and they've seen what they did yesterday to Arizona. So Arizona got a few late, making it a little respectable, but other than that, they got their butt whooped. I think they get their butt whooped again. Zach Allen is having a rough season. Poor guy. Give me the Padres. Beat up on the Diamondbacks in that one. And I like the Royals. Give me the Royals at home. They've been playing good ball. 7-3. I'll take the TBD and the Royals over Plesac in that one. I'm sure you got nice plus money on that one. The 3 I like.
And for me, I'm going to agree and disagree with Rod. I disagree with him on the Arizona Diamondbacks. Zach Gallen's had 12 straight shutout innings. I think he's starting to turn it around a little bit. And I think you see another good performance from Gallen today in the Diamondbacks. And at +1 to 45, you can count me in on that one. I also like the Chicago Cubs that Zach Davies had 3 straight starts that have been, I'm not going to say quality, but legitimate starts that gave the Cubs a chance to win. And Gant is just awful. So I'll take the plus money with the Cubs and plus money with Arizona.
We were hoping Gallen gets his first win at home, or his first win of the year.
12. He's thrown 2 starts in a row with
On
6
the road.
innings of shutout. I don't care if it's at the road, at home, or at your house. He's gonna do well today.
He's loving it up people at home. That's why he doesn't do so well at home.
I like the
Too many distractions at home.
I like the over in the Yankees Angels game. I don't know about the Gallen Snell thing. Irks me. Go to Dodgers Braves, Giants Brewers, and Mariners Astros. Brian, who do you like in those 3?
Oh boy, just a very small lean. I don't really love anything this final slot. I don't want to be like Rufo and take a pass, but if I had to, I would take the Milwaukee Brewers because I just like fading the Giants here. I think you're going to start to see him fade a little bit down the stretch. You got a much better starting pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers. I think he goes 7 strong tonight. I think the Giants lose another one at home.
Nah, I think the Giants bounce back and get a win. Give me the Giants over the Brewers in that one. Just like we've seen, and then they lose the first one, they bounce back. They had plenty of chances to win that game. This time they get the hit and get the win. Give me the Giants in that one. And then I like McCullers on the road has been solid. So I think the Astros get the win in that one. Kikuchi, not for me. Give me the Houston Astros over Seattle. Who I like there.
I'm going to take
Giants,
the other side. I'm going to take the
Astros.
Mariners there. And I like Kikuchi in that spot. And I think I'll take another shot on the Braves. I took them yesterday. It didn't pan out for me, but I'll give it another shot with that. So those are my picks. Let's go to the parlay segment of the show. Rod, you want to get us started?
Sure. We're going to take Reds on the money line, Oakland on the money line, Astros on the money line.
And for me, on my parlay, it's a 3-dog parlay. I got the Texas Rangers on the money line, the Chicago Cubbies on the money line, and we're going to close it off with the Arizona Diamondbacks money line. Nice little dog parlay there.
All right, I'm going to go with the Braves, the Rockies, and the A's. That'll be mine. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Have a great day. Going to try and act more professional tomorrow and make it a winning day.